Hello, everyone, and welcome to our special Mystery School event series with Dr. Pillai on awakening guidance from angels and casting off demons. Today, Dr. Pillai will share revelations and techniques so that we can open ourselves up to communicating with angels and receive their ultimate help of divine guidance and protection. There will be an opportunity to send in your questions about angels to Dr. Pillai, and then I'll request him to share his grand vision for his Mystery School 2022 to 2023 program, which, in his own words, will help you to awaken the sleeping angel within you. Dr. Pillai, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence today, and we await your revelation on angels.
We are now in a very critical time period in the history of planet Earth. You know what's happening around. Everywhere there is disturbance in nature, imbalance of the forces of nature, and which is global warming first. That has an impact on everything that is going around on planet Earth. And besides that, we have now the wars going on around in many countries, and the worst one is the Ukraine war. Why all these are happening now more than ever before? Because we are transitioning into the golden age, Satya Yuga. And prior to that, there will be a lot of destructions. That's what's happening now, because our consciousness has to move from ignorance to intelligence. We are very proud of our own achievement in science and arrogant. This science and technologies are very arrogant. But then there is also simultaneously happening what is important, that is how to contact with beings in the other world. So the Wall Street Journal has an article which I was reading, that the space research people are sending messages to beings in the other world. There are condemnations for that, and then Elon Musk said that's not a good idea to do that, to communicate, send messages to them. We do not know who are going to come. And it is not just from Elon Musk. Of course, he's not a scientist who knows about angels, but they acknowledge that there are beings. And even Stephen Hawking, the scientist, said, contacting other beings will be dangerous. There are beings, even scientists know, and they are called the angels. And when Jesus was arrested, and Peter drew his sword to fight with the Roman soldiers, and what Jesus said was true. True that when he spoke these words, and true forever. Put the sword down. Those who live by sword will die by sword. True, true. Those who live by sword will die by sword. Then he said, If God had wanted to save me, he could have sent an angel. But he did not. Why? Because it was necessary that I die on the cross. So that you will have angels, you will have the Holy Spirit. He's an angel. He's part of God, part of the Trinity. And that is what we need. If I have to summarize in one word, what Jesus wanted to give to humanity is Holy Spirit. On the Pentecostal day, I'm going to do the first session of the next mystery school. Pentecostal. That is the day that the Holy Spirit came like a wind blowing. And that wind is non-different from prana. Prana. That is non-different from angels. It is non-different from the life force. What is inside as the life force is the divine energy, which outside is God, angels. So we will have a different understanding of the universe in the upcoming in Sati Yuga, where we will know that it is stupid to be very proud of our 2% knowledge or less than 2% knowledge of our DNA. We do not know, you can't even go beyond the DNA. The quantum biology will be the new biology. Then people will go beyond their 2% understanding of the DNA. So we will be assisted by angels. So angels are not imaginary beings, or superstitions as scientists think. Scientists are superstitious. They are tied to logical positivism. We are living, they cannot even conceive of a condition beyond the opposites, the binary opposites. They cannot conceive of something beyond yes and no, good and evil, negative and positive. So that is because we are conditioned by our three-dimensional understanding of nature. The fourth dimension was discovered by Einstein, but that also was conditioned. But it is better than what Newton had found about space and time. And Newton said time is absolute, space is contained. Einstein came and disproved it. But did Einstein know about space and time fully? No. This is again 2%. So what is the complete knowledge? The knowledge that comes from the Holy Spirit. Jesus thought over it. I am with people, basket case people, who are not intelligent, who don't have intellectual capabilities like the people who are succeeding. How in the world I'm going to save these basket cases? The scientists are also basket cases. How? The Holy Spirit. What can the Holy Spirit do? The Holy Spirit is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, which is the angel. So we have to open ourselves to embrace angels. How do you do it? Through the thought process. You have to think something, then you can create it. If you think of angels and believe it, will become the reality. And then you can see angels. And if you say there are no angels, there is only, old age, death, that will be the reality. But if you open up to a greater reality, then there are lots of things that you can benefit from it. Yesterday I was in Los Angeles. Once I was driving through the lake shrine of Paramahamsa Yogananda, the guru who wrote the book, The Autobiography of a Yogi. And I was just remembering that how he had no money. And his guru came in his dream and said, and showed him the biggest building in Washington, Mount Washington, which was then the kind of a prototype 5-star hotel. This is your house, with no money in hand. He was able to buy it. It's because the guru appeared in a dream. He was not alive. And he is now an angel. And the angel appeared before him. If you read the autobiography of Yogi, you will know. And the angel appeared in the dreams of Joseph, in the dreams of Mary, in the dreams of others. God appears. So the angels are real, God is real, but what is unreal is your own misunderstanding, which you have made it as understanding and as real. The moment you begin to open up to the angels, you will be benefited by angels. Where are the angels? The angels are beings. They are everywhere right there. In all ancient religions, angels are hovering around you. They are trying to help you. And why are you not seeing it? Because you don't want to see them. Because science says it's superstition to believe in that. Now, what do you lose? You lose miracles. You will battle with your ignorance. Every second is a battle, whether to go this way or that way or which way to go. And nowhere, no position that you decide on is going to give you an extraordinary, miraculous opening. We want miracles in life. And the Holy Spirit can do miracles. The angels can do miracles. And how to get them inside of you. I have done a lot of teachings on the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is all-knowingness. And which is in you, which is not outside of you. It is in you and also outside of you. Just fake it first, and then you will make it. Faking is not just deceiving yourself. That's a step. And then there are pictures, images. There are technologies. If we just I have my garden, as I was working in the garden, as the owner had put up an angel. And now I begin to remember that the whole house that I sold, there were angels. And as I just speak about angels, those angels appear here. These are like statues made up of cement. And then you can wake it up. You can wake it up outside and also inside. In India, religion is a technology. Idolatry is a misunderstanding. Idolatry is not, is technology. If you put a three-dimensional object, that object will come alive. Even in India, people are afraid to keep a statue of a god in the house, because what the god will come and it will be, and we cannot have fun. That's wrong. And I was growing up in India, that was the idea, that we never had a statue in our house. Now my house and my ashrams have a lot of statues. And just to put some orange juice on it, that statue will come alive, because the acid has the ability to bring beings to the earth plane. Or if you just put milk over it, but milk also is the blood of cow, and cow has all the angels are sitting in the cow. That's why the Hindus don't eat beef, because if you have to have all the angels in your house, just put a cow statue of a cow. And we have special statues with images of all gods, which god is in which part of the cow. And the milk of the cow can bring that to you. This is technology. When my first book was out, because I don't believe in, I believe in the moment, and the next moment is very different. So when I was talking to Wayne Dyer, he said, "You are talking about very controversial things, rituals, and then people will think you are cultic." I said, "I don't care. I will speak the truth no matter what. Angels or for human beings, the absolute necessity, because they have no body. They are energy. When you have a body, you have a sugar-based intelligence caught up in words and language, but they have no such restrictions. Without the body, when you are evolved, you become an angel. And I'm using the word angel not as a technical term. That's a different issue. Then people will get into arguments. They are beings. They are willing to help you. In every atom, there is an angel. Every subatomic particle, there is an angel. There is a being. There is nothing that is not occupied by the angels or powerful beings. And once you open up to them, you will see those angels will come and speak to you. Speak to you in the ears or speak to you internally, and you will be possessed by it. And there are dark beings as well, which we'll talk about in the next video. But these angels are, now I have given you technology, just you test it. But if you say, "No, I don't believe in this," whether you believe it or not, angels do exist. And if you believe, and better if you have faith, belief and faith are different. Belief is lower, faith is higher. And Jesus said, if you have faith, you can move mountains. You don't have to have too much faith. Faith like a mustard seed, it can move mountains. You don't have to move mountains. They want to make you a few $100,000. And it is now impossible for you to think of a few $100,000. Why? because of your ignorance, because of your conditioning by human intelligence and consensus reality. Consensus reality is a mediocre reality. That's why most of the people are suffering because of the consensus reality. Those who got out of the box thinking and live that, then there is all kinds of support. God is in you and out of you and around you. So are the angels. There are angels everywhere. During the Passover, there was a technology used. Their blood was smeared on the doorstep. And the angel of death came and, already death had occurred and passed by. This is a great technology. I can talk about Passover alone and the science behind it and the technology behind it. So religion is not dumb. It's not superstition. That's why Einstein said, but the problem with the religion, if it becomes blind faith, it is dangerous. Then, and it is groupism, it is dangerous. But if it is used as a super science, you will succeed. That's why he said, religion is blind and science is lame. They have to be together in order to have a full understanding or fullest intelligence with which we can change our life. So there are angels. Srimriji is an angel of wealth. But we don't believe in Srimriji. We believe in, so how can I make Srimriji into some, turn it into, some people came and said, we can turn it into a product, Srimriji, and make a lot of money. I said, don't do that. So what do you want to do? Believe in Srimriji, have faith in Srimriji, not in the product. It is something like the priest in a temple, and he doesn't believe in Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, or for that matter, or different gods and goddesses. But who does he believe? The donors. The priest believes more in the donor's money than in God. It's not that you have to, because you are conditioned. I'm not criticizing. You have to, because we are victims to our own ignorance, our own consensus reality. We do not want to get out of our consensus reality box. Get out of that box and then embrace. And I have known some evangelists saying, the phone rings and I will ask God, can I answer this phone? If God or angel, any angel, there are so many, I call them archetypes also. There are archetypes, there are so many archetypes I have taught, and these are angels. And how to make them alive, I have spoken about 2 methodologies. For pouring milk over the statue and so forth, and orange juice, and the science behind it. It's called, I call that ceremony as hydration. You hydrate, you bring hydrogen to it. I can speak the science of it too, but that's not needed. What is needed is a personal relationship with the angelic world. There is a demonic world also. I will talk about it, that you have to keep away from that. That is what Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking and other people were against sending messages to the galaxies. We do not know who are going to come. And already we are messed up. Already I was, if you read Barbara, what's her name? She's a Pleiadian book. The Family of Light is one.
Barbara Marciniak.
Barbara Marciani. And she doesn't. She's a true representative of the Pleiadians and the Pleiadian wisdom. And then our destiny is to become light beings, the angels ourselves. And that is a greater opportunity than to become a billionaire. And what if you are a billionaire? If you are a billionaire, you are going to die of a disease. Death is old age and death are horrible realities. And we don't want to have that reality. If I have come one purpose on this earth plane, and that is the evolution, human evolution, from the biological beings to light beings. We are not biological beings. That is a wrong identity. The experience you have when you die, the scriptures say, oh, your body, your soul separates from your body, and then your soul looks at the body. Oh my God, I was thinking that was this corpse, this dead body. I was thinking this body as the only identity I have. So our identity is to have nice clothes, going to movies and chit-chatting, and never even thinking about God or angels. And that is about 99.9% of the people's life, 999%. So this is the time that all these things the bad things are happening, and they are going to increase also. Until people awaken themselves, particularly scientists, technologies, government, they all have to realize that how limited we are and how fragile we are, how one nuclear bomb will finish all of us, while still we are in good shape in the living in the body. We have to change our life. So the next mystery school teaching is going to be how to connect with these beings, how to talk to them, what is the technology behind it, and how many times you are, and how to recognize them when they are there. And also how to stay away from or control or even destroy the demons. So Jesus lived a life like that. He healed people because they were demons who created the disease in the people. Even today, the semantics has changed. A disease is induced into the system by the demons. By the demons. And then each demon will take care of a particular part of the body and then ruin it. And just giving medicine is one way of dealing with it on the physical level. But fundamentally, what is behind the cause for the disease is the demon. Is a negativity within you. And the demon is out there. That's the topic that I will talk about in the next webinar. So what we are going to do in the angelic part is how you can contact them. You have to read the literature. Even to say the name, all these things have will impact you on you in a dramatic way to be in touch with angels. The angels can do better because they know better, and they can do also because they are not restricted by matter. Like we are completely stuck in this physical body. The identity never leaves out of this body and social consciousness. And to jump out of it is one of the major focus that I will do in the upcoming mystery school program. Well, this is my brief introduction of how you can live guided by the angels, and why you need the angels. Because they can help you. They are around you, but you are not able to know them, see them, talk to them, and ask for their help, and live with the guidance of your guardian angels. Your guardian angels is more real than your friends and families members, because they are like human beings. They are limited. They have their own problems. The angels don't have any problems. They don't have any time. They are not limited by time. So they can do things for you instantaneously if they want to. Okay. And that is a new way of living life. And then that will be the way we live during the upcoming Satya Yuga. And that was initially Jesus' purpose of coming to this plane was, thy kingdom come to this earth plane as it is in heaven. In heaven, there is no suffering, there is no old age, there is no disappointment, there is no failure. You have only joy, and that is the definition of an angel. And they will protect you, and eventually you will become angels. You will become beyond angels, you will become gods. And the hierarchy goes up and up and up. And that is going to be the purpose of using angels is to enrich your material life here with the help of the non-physical beings, which are the angels, and also infuse every cell with the angelic consciousness. And that will be the year-long course, and that will be part of it. And I have other things also included in that. But one main focus is to incorporate God into your, your system. And I will stop here, and whenever...
Dr. Pillai, would you be open to taking a few questions from viewers?
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone, you can send in questions. We'll take maybe up to 3 questions. I'll give you a minute to do that. And while you're doing so, you can also open up the PDF link to the syllabus for Dr. Pillai's Mystery School 2022-23 program, because I will ask him to share a few key insights about other modules in the program. And let's have a question now. Yes. We have a question, Dr. Pillai. This might be more relevant to next week's program. Can you cast off negative energies and hexes lingering on your home, wife, and kids?
What's the question again?
He's asking, can you cast off negative energy lingering on your home and your wife and your children?
Yes, you can do that by praying to God. And also you can do some burn some incenses, and those incenses will repel negative energy. And if they breathe, that's a very practical solution. And you can burn a particular turmeric, and that these beings are affected by smoke. For instance, in the Bible, the smell and the smoke are very important. There are certain smells of some incense like the sage will be, the burning the sage will be very useful. And then you can chant some mantras of Narasimha. Narasimha is the lion-faced incarnation of Vishnu. And if you play those sounds, chants, that will be helpful. And also the prayers to the Holy Spirit, that they will help. The Aramaic prayer of Jesus, Aramaic prayer of Jesus, and Mohini has done some chants. All this will be helpful because when anybody listens to these chants and sounds and smokes, they will help.
Thank you, Dr. Pillai. That's very helpful. The next question is, how can we know if it's a demon or angel that is surrounding us? Because sometimes demons may confuse us.
Well, the demons are diseases. The demons they delight only in doing harm to people. And if anything bad happening, that is certainly due to a demonic interference. And then you can identify that. Why is this happening? Wasting time, doing a wrong project, and doing something that results in failure. All these are due to, because the demons are evil, like the demon was responsible, Lucifer was responsible to influence Eve to gain the mind intelligence, which is a limited intelligence, and which resulted in the fall. The fall is falling from super consciousness to stupid consciousness. So angels, on the other hand, will do always good things for you. They will do miracles for you. They will heal the disease as against creating the disease. And how do you know that? When you see the effect in your life and then try to see how they are affected. And then there are other ways of doing that, which I will teach in the class.
Dr. Pillai, just one more question on angels. There's a clarification question here. Are devas the angels? Are they one and the same?
Devas?
Devas, yes.
Deva, D-E-V-A-S, devas.
Yes.
Devas
Yes.
is a Sanskrit word, which means shiny beings. Yeah, they are angels. The opposite of them are called asuras, or danavas, who are demons. So they are everywhere. They are not only confined to this earth plane, they are in other galaxies too.
Thank you. Dr. Pillai, now for your Mystery School 2022 to 23 program, beyond the module on angels and demons, you have 4 other modules there. Could I just ask you to expand on a few key points in those modules?
There are a few things which I have given in the syllabus, which I don't remember.
Could I point out a few?
That, yeah, you can point out to them,
Okay.
because as people who have been with me know very clearly that I change things for the better. I have given a syllabus and I live in the moment. And in the moment, I want to change everything in this moment, not wait for it. I want to kill time. Okay, that is one of the, now it comes out. One thing is what I want to, waiting is a waste of time. If you wait, you will be waiting till you die. We would rather want to live this moment. And that live in the moment is the living the angels. And that will be, the conquest of time is everything. You know, I just remember now, in the last mystery school teaching, I said, I have now a cancer medicine, and we tested on the animal. We have the FDA approval, give us a status of orphan drug status based on our animal model. The animals are cured of pancreatic cancer. But to give it to the human level and then get it approved, it will take 4 years. Do I want to wait for 4 years? No. I will challenge time. I cannot, and you should not wait for time. So the conquest of time is the conquest of belief system, conquest of consensus reality. We have to beat the consensus reality and to live the super consciousness, which is God made human beings as in his own image. All the limitations are because of our limiting thoughts, and the conquest of thought, the conquest of time are the same. So that will be another area that I will focus attention, so that you would never be waiting forever, because again, time is a demon. Time is a demon. So I will talk about it in the next webinar. And Shiva goes and kills the demon of time, because you have to be timeless. Okay, and time is a demonic factor. Timelessness is angelic. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Pillai. Is there any other closing thought that you would like to share on your upcoming program?
It will always be, it is what I'm going to do then will be decided at that moment, but this is an outline of what I think now. It will certainly be better because we are in an evolutionary path. I am living the evolutionary path, which I will share with you, so that disease is one of the things. Dis-ease, both at the level of the mind and at the level of the body, is bad. And that how to defeat disease. Disease is depression, anxiety, fear. All these components, they are caused by demons. They are caused by our genetics. There's not one thing, there are multiple things going on. And then how you can reprogram yourself. So I will have a free play of thoughts, knowledge patterns that will all go into this teaching, so that I will talk about genes equally, and amino acids, as well as quantum physics and the world of the angels and demons. So, and so that I will have a comprehensive understanding, a synthesis of religion and science coming together, a vision that Einstein had. And Einstein very clearly said that we have become slaves to reasoning. He said, rational mind can be a faithful servant, but unfortunately, and the intuition is the sacred gift for God. Unfortunately, we have given up the intuition, which belongs to the realm of the God and angels, and then hanging on to our sugar-based intelligence and become victim to the body and the senses and social consciousness and true, and limitations. So all these factors will be involved, and I'm going to structure there every week to have within the 52 weeks, you will have like boot camp sessions of changing your psychology, changing your social consciousness, changing your fear, changing your denial, changing your genetic conditioning. All this will be, I will work on that, and that part will remain taught by my senior students. And of course, the teaching will be mine. Since I cannot participate in every week session, then they will be delivering that. That is the model that I have it in my mind.
Dr. Pillai, thank you so much for your gracious teachings and blessings today. Thank you. So everyone, what we'd like to do now is to quickly give you a detailed walkthrough of the components of the Mystery School one-year journey. And I'm going to invite Lakshmi to join me for that. Lakshmi, can you come on camera now?
Hello.
Hello. And before I hand it over to Lakshmi, I would just like to share that the components of the program, we are using language in order to capture a program that is truly not able to be reduced to words. As Dr. Pillai conveyed, it is a profound journey into the heart and soul of Dr. Pillai's own vast consciousness, his vast light, his omniscience, his omnipotence, his omnipresence, his access to all divine beings, all divine realms, infinite dimensions, which is a reflection of everything that is within us. And so from my perspective, Dr. Pillai is the only living master who can activate our evolution in order to live the reality that we have the power of all gods. So it will be a moment by moment unfolding of our divinity as we go through a moment by moment unfolding of his divinity. And there's just one quotation I wanted to read to all of you. This morning, Dr. Pillai gave his last address to the Mystery School program that just finished, and he ended with these words. I work with you not only with my speech, I work with you when you sleep through my love. My love will always be with you and guide you. When you call on me, I will come. So that says it all in terms of his divine part. And now Lakshmi will help you to understand the structure of the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and such an honor to have Dr. Pillai's divine wisdom transmitted today on this special day. So what Mohini said is, we get the absolute honor of working with Dr. Pillai for this entire year, and it unfolds in a certain way. So I'm going to tell you about how that unfolds. So first of all, there are two different levels, two different ways that you can choose to participate with Dr. Pillai for this full year, and they include different components. So I'm going to go through them now. So the fundamental level component, the fundamental level of the program includes monthly teachings with Dr. Pillai. So every month you'll be guided by with a new teaching from Dr. Pillai, which is, as he said in his session, he'll be guided, and whatever he says will perfectly unfold, right? So we never have to miss his divine transmission. So 12 teachings and initiations with him throughout the entire year. Then in this fundamental level, you also receive weekly group meditations and community fellowship. And as he mentioned today, he'll be guiding what those should be. So not only will you see the 1 month of teachings from him, but also each week, the different teachers at Pillai Center will be guiding the sessions to keep us aligned, meditating in community and on top of what it is he wants us to do on a regular basis, a daily basis. Then, many of you know this, Dr. Pillai says rituals are more important than meditation. And so in the background, there'll be rituals being done for you, ceremonies being done for you, remedies being done for you on a daily basis. So if you're feeling like some negativity may come over you, these rituals have the ability to work at the soul level, the spiritual level, to help remove that. So these rituals help enable you to go through the program in a more efficient, a powerful way. So everyday rituals done for you in India. Next, you'll have a Vedic astrology consultation. Vedic astrology, or astrology, is affecting every aspect of our life. Dr. Pillai teaches how important astrology is, how important it is for us to know what our planets are, our good and bad planets, what we can do with them, remedies we could do perhaps on our own, as well as done for us. And so this astrology reading will help give you insight into how you may be impacted by the planets right now and in the coming year. Next, you will also receive Guru Purnima teaching and darshan. So every year, Dr. Pillai blesses us with his virtual presence on this very special day, one of the most powerful days of the entire year, to be in the presence of your teacher. And so this will be included in your session. Next is one of my favorites, and this is the blessing board. We started this last year during mystery school, and it's just such a loving and amazing thing. So everyone who joins the program has their picture placed on a board, a cardboard poster board, and Dr. Pillai can look at it. And I witnessed this board be placed in his puja room, in the room where he does his recordings for us, under his feet. I've seen him look at each person. Who is this? What's this? So it's such a beautiful transmission that he then not just sees us, spiritually at a soul level, but then he can see your face and he can bless. So the blessing board is quite a blessing. Next is conscious community groups. So we have Facebook groups, we have WhatsApp groups. Last year we had a Telegram group. So there's a variety of ways where we stay in touch throughout the week. So it's not just the monthly session with Dr. Pillai. It's not just the weekly teaching session. It's every day. You can communicate with your community, with the other teachers that are in the program, really keeping you tapped in and allowing you to stay on track. Next is special savings. Because we know that you're making a big commitment to be in this program, we want to be able to honor you for that. And if you want to participate in any other programs in Pillai Center, you always receive priority in special savings for those. So that's the fundamental level, and that is everything you would need to know, or everything you would need for the full year, 12 months. And the price is on our page. It is one payment for full, if you pay in full, and you'll receive savings if you do that. And then there's the monthly enrollment fee for those of you who would like to take advantage of that. Next is the Premier. So in Premier, you get everything that I just talked about and a few other items. One is an additional session with Dr. Pillai each month. So the monthly teachings includes the meditation, the teaching that he wants to do. That's what we base our practice on, our regular practice, what we base these weekly sessions on. Now the Premier folks get an additional, what we're calling a call, because it's more impromptu. It is not Dr. Pillai sitting down and perhaps thinking through what would be taught that week or that month, according to the curriculum, for example. It is impromptu, spontaneous, in the moment, whatever comes to and through him that allows us to connect to his divine spirit and whatever spirits he's connecting to. So that is such an amazing blessing to just be able to tune in to him and who he's tuned into in that moment. So then the Premier folks get Dr. Pillai twice per month. And those calls are always live, unless he's traveling or something to that effect, which sometimes we just reschedule, but they're always live because that's what makes them unique. Next, you get an individual email consultation with Dr. Pillai. This is extremely special. So last year, what he did was ask people to write an email. And this year, we'll probably have a form for you to fill out, which says what it is that you have going on in your life. What are your goals? And perhaps if you're facing any obstacles or issues. And then he will read that and prescribe to you what you should do, whether it be a mantra or empower some practice you do at home, in addition to whatever it is you're doing in the program as a group. It is individualized. It is just for you. Mohini may be able to speak more about it because she was with him as he went through all of these sessions. And I believe he also looked at their astrological charts, but I'll let Mohini clarify on that. So those are the individual consultations where you receive he's looking right at you, literally, in reading your email. Next, you'll receive an additional weekly group meditation session because you have additional teachings from Dr. Pillai with those additional monthly sessions, teachings and calls with him. Then you receive a naughty reading and remedies. Again, customized remedies. So the naughty reading helps us understand what is happening for us right now, how our past lives have impacted us, and what's most important, I think, is the remedies that get prescribed for them, because the reading will say, okay, this is what happened in your past life, which is affecting you now, and here's what may unfold for you over the next, whether it's 7 years or your entire life, depending on the type of naughty reading. And then here's the remedy you do to offset any negativity that may come. And again, personalized to me, my soul, what is going on in this person's life. And that is included. So I feel that that's a sort of beautiful way to kind of clear, again, clearing negativity, clearing any karma that may be preventing you from being your most powerful self. Next is the soul reading with Mina. We've gotten most amazing feedback of these. Mina is gifted in her talents and blessed by Dr. Pillai to pull several different types of modalities together to help give you insight into who you are, what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime, and how that actually looks for you, whether you're in certain behaviors. And it helps you to understand that all of those behaviors are who you are, or your goals and your pursuits have meaning and have a way for you to reconcile the positive aspects in your life. So who you are, what you should be doing, and how this all could work out for you, especially over the next year. She kind of gives you some kind of little charts of what to look for, and as she pulls together a variety of ways to look into this for you. Very unique. Mina does not do this for the public. It is only for this group. So we're very blessed to be able to have this. In addition to the Guru Purnima teaching, the Premier folks receive 3 additional teachings from Dr. Pillai throughout the year for key power times having to do with archetypes. Ganesha's birthday, time when you connect with Ganesha, and Dr. Pillai oftentimes gives some sort of teaching. So that would be included. Navaratri, or the 9 nights of the goddess. Dr. Pillai may or may not do other live teachings for the public, but for this group, he will, at least one session. Same for Skanda Shasti, or the 6 nights of Muruga. And again, we honestly never know what Dr. Pillai is going to do throughout the year, whether he's going to be giving a new teaching, a live, recorded, whatever it is, for other programs, not for Mystery School. Mystery School, we know. So when we are committing, or we're asking Dr. Pillai to commit to these 4 sessions through these key power times, this is a beautiful blessing for everyone in the Mystery School to be able to be tapped in to Dr. Pillai during these power times. So that's what makes Premier unique. And those are the 2 different levels. And the pricing, again, is on the sales page. We do have early bird blessings for you that include a 48-day ceremonies for royalty consciousness. And it is for different archetypes. Dr. Pillai talked about the angels today, right? He said the angels are the same as the devas. So imagine having several different archetypes, several different angels working on your behalf for 48 days to give you these beautiful royalty consciousness, prosperity consciousness energy that they hold. Each of these angels, these devas, these archetypes, these gods and goddesses hold a certain network of energy, qualities. And when they work on your behalf, they have the opportunity to pour those over in blessings to you. So 48 days of these wonderful archetypes who will help you gain prosperity and royalty consciousness. So that's the early bird. It ends on May 11th. So it is something you would need to act fairly quickly. It is 2 days from now. So if you have any questions, you can post them in chat. We will be happy to take questions about the program. And of course, if you are watching this on replay, write to us at office@pillaicenter.com, and we will help you out just as soon as possible. There's a question, can I have rituals done for me but not take part in the online program? Absolutely, you can. If that's something you want to do, just write to us and we'll arrange for that for you. Not a problem at all. Any other questions coming through? Someone in chat, Donna said, Mina's soul readings are amazing. Totally changed my life. Any other questions? In the meantime, Mohini, do you want to talk any more about Dr. Pillai's individual session while we're waiting for some more questions to come in?
Yes. So as Lakshmi mentioned, the individual session, and every year we never know how it's going to be conducted, but it will be conducted in the most profound way. If it's a personal letter, he asks you to write out every desire that you have and then express that to him. And he takes such personal care with that. This past year, when I was watching the process for weeks, he would spend every night sitting in front of the blessing board so that your photos would be in front of him, and even pointing his feet towards those photos. And the full power of the Guru is in his feet. So he would gaze at the picture, he would read the letter and contemplate on it very deeply. And then look at the naughty reading of the person, the astrology of the person. And then he often would take time to really consider special remedies that the person needed to do, a personalized mantra that the person needed in order to unlock the next level of their evolution or to gain one of the wishes that they put forward. So it was so heartwarming to see the incredible personal love and care for each person in this program. So it is truly a blessing. And as he said, it is not just during that time of reading your letter, but I have seen him talk about the individuals in their program and continue to talk about how he's going to keep the blessings flowing in their lives. So it is very, very precious. And is there any other question, Lakshmi? Or?
Perfect, thank you. One question is, when does the program start? And Dr. Pillai did mention that it's on June 5th. If you have anything else to add, I don't know if you've mentioned anything to you specifically, because
which is the Pentecost Day.
Mm-hmm.
So it just turned out divinely. We were talking with Dr. Pillai about the best start date for the program, and we mentioned that the day of Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit descended on the disciples of Jesus, was the first Sunday in June, and he said, aha, that is the day. So just as Jesus brought the Holy Spirit to his disciples, truly Dr. Pillai's vast Holy Spirit, which is the Holy Spirit that encompasses all Holy Spirits, will descend on us on Pentecost Day. There is no better day to start this program. And on the descent of the Holy Spirit, miracles can happen instantaneously. Superpowers can be realized instantaneously. There is so much that is possible on this because of the conjunction of the Pentecost Day and Dr. Pillai's start of this program. So we can look forward to a most miraculous beginning to the program.
Absolutely. Let's see, there's a question. Will we be practicing siddhis all year from the beginning? Because it is part of the curriculum.
It's definitely part of the curriculum. And as Dr. Pillai said, the curriculum will unfold in the moment. I can only say, after being a part of all the mystery schools, and especially every year, the power seems to build and build and build. In this last year, he unleashed everything constantly. The city powers, going to different realms of different gods and goddesses, infinite dimensions. So I would expect that through his grace and blessings, siddhis, which is really the super consciousness of miracles, which is latent within us, can be unlocked immediately. It's a process. It blossoms and unfolds as you stay within Dr. Pillai's own great siddhi consciousness. So yes, I expect that siddhis, or miraculous consciousness, miraculous powers, can certainly start to blossom from the beginning. And that is the purpose of starting on the day of Pentecost.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's all the questions we have so far. So folks are asking about the cost. Click on the link in the video and you will see that there are different options, the two options that I mentioned, as well as full payment and the payment plans. You do have a savings if you do the full payment up front. So are there any last questions before we conclude? All right, so Liz said, I'm in. Wonderful, Liz. We look forward to having you in the program. All right, I think that's all for now then, Mohini. I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, so I just want to invite everyone to our next webinar next Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Casting Off Demons, a continuation of our special seminar today. And in the meantime, for all of you who would like to jump in immediately to awaken angels within your consciousness, you can do this simple technique that Dr. Pillai gave. Just obtain a statue of a cow. It doesn't need to be fancy. You can even go on Amazon and order even a small statue of a cow. The cow is believed to have all angels, all gods and goddesses within the cow. And in fact, I will check this fact before the next webinar, but within Kamadhenu, I believe there are 330 million gods and goddesses, but I will check that for you. So if you have a statue of a cow, keep it in your house, and then have total faith and belief that all angels are within that cow. And every day pour a little bit of milk or orange juice over the cow. Then you awaken those angels within the cow, within your consciousness, because the cow is only a representation of the divine world within you. We have all angels, all gods and goddesses within us, but we need to awaken it. So if we obtain the statue of the cow and pour a little bit of milk or fruit juice on a daily basis, we awaken the angels within us. And remember, they are real. I'm also going to be doing a session on the 22nd, which will be a wrap-up session from the 2 webinars on angels and demons. And we'll also bring in Dr. Pillai's profound teaching that Jesus had 15 million angels, and he can give power to discern spirits, which is a question in the webinar today. So lately I've been thinking, if every moment, if we really had faith that there were 15 million angels available to us, think of the power that you would be vibrating with. So as Dr. Pillai said today, first you fake it and then you make it. And fake it simply means just believe. Believe that there are millions of angels surrounding you, and keep a statue of a cow, pour a little bit of milk or fruit juice, and enjoy the blossoming of angel consciousness within you. So with that, enjoy the world of angels today. Imagine and actually feel the presence of angels all around you. And we look forward to you on the next webinar next Sunday for Casting Off Demons. It's been wonderful being with you, and have a beautiful day.
सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवसद्गुरु बाबाय स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवसद्गुरु बाबाय स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवसद्गुरु बाबाय स्वाहा ॐ Adityaye Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha Om Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha Om Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha Om Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha